15 minutes. So we're going to talk about a little topic today, taking 15 minutes of your time. So thank you so much for joining us. Here's the thing. If you are catching this live or a recording, it's likely because you want to make something happen. You are looking for some sort of change. You have goals, dreams, desires. You have something in you that is ready. It just wants more. It's ready to come out. It really, really wants more. So I want you to think about this for a second. What inspires you? Take a deep breath and think, what inspires you? First thing that comes to mind, just write it down. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and I know we're jumping right in, but this is what I want you to take away, is the kind of results and impact you will have if you jump right in and start to make small changes. Small changes equal big progress. We could talk about that a little bit later, but keep that in mind right now. So, think about your goals, your dreams, your desires. Think about what inspires you. Now, let that all soak in. Let it go. Stop for a second and think about the end result. What is your end game associated with those dreams, desires, goals? What's your end game? Is your end game to lose weight, or is your end game to be happy? Is your end game to be financially abundant, or is it to have a nice cash flow, regular cash flow that helps you live your life the way you want to live your life, where you never have to worry? What matters to you? What is your end game? Now, what specifically do you want to accomplish? You got a couple of ideas right now that just popped in. Write them down. What do you specifically want to accomplish? So here's the thing. I want you to get ready to make anything happen. Whatever it is, get ready to make it happen. Whatever you wrote down, just stop for a second and think about, what would it feel like once you've accomplished that goal? Write down a couple things that come to mind. How would your day be different? What would change in your life? You think of what it is that inspires you here. Again, you wouldn't be listening to this at this point if you weren't curious, if you weren't inspired, if you already didn't want more. So release whatever's standing in your way and just go with it. Try the exercise. I know one of my goals is to explore more. That's definitely one of my goals. I need to break down my whys to that goal, though, because life is way too short not to explore more. That's why it's so important to me. Okay, so now that you've thought about it, now that your initial response is on paper, or you're thinking about it, even if you subconsciously think about it and it's sitting there and you don't realize, but all of a sudden you're changing your vibration. All of a sudden, something's changed in the way you respond to people. All of a sudden, your confidence grows. You've changed. You've elevated. And that is so priceless. That's what you're looking for. Otherwise, you wouldn't have those dreams, those desires, those goals, right? So I made some notes. You'll laugh at my notes. I'll show you my notes. Ta-da! Right? Magic. They work for me and only me. But I inspire you to find your own techniques. Whatever it is that you're talking about, whatever it is that you're doing. By the way, it's all on recycled paper. That's how real I am. I keep paper, blank parcues or old ones that I no longer use, and I will use them for scrap, and then I will shred them. So these little tips, are some of the things you're going to learn about on these 15-minute lives. Personal, professional, life hacks. Stick around. You're going to learn so much more. But for now, let's dig a little bit deeper on why you're really here. Something's inspired you to catch this video, whether it's live or the recording. So the 30, the 60, the 90. We're going to talk about your goal, that big goal that you just thought about 2 seconds ago and that you wrote down some of those answers to, we're going to break that goal down. That goal means so much to you, or it wouldn't have been the first thing that popped up. So we're going to go through a couple of different scenarios here, but I'm going to lead you down a path where you should be inspired to have some ideas to write down. And that itself is a win. So let's break this big goal down of yours into smaller goals. And I am going to share with you an example, but I'm going to go through the theory first, just so you have an idea. So when I break this down, you're visually going to be able to see how your intentions fall into a regular pattern and a plan. And when you stick with this plan, you're going to be setting yourself up for success, whatever your plan is. And this is going to be done through the visualization of a vision board and leaning into your beliefs, your truths, your imagination. I'm going to share all of that with you in a second. Again, cool fancy notes, eh? All right, so go with me on here. Let's just think of a scenario that we know is to be true. How many people that you know right now are looking for some extra money? Could use either to make more or spend less somehow, but life is going up. Or, so they're trying to do both, or they're not sure what to do, or they're so busy, they're exhausted, they're overwhelmed. So they're looking for another alternative, right? Because this isn't working. This isn't sustainable for this person's life. So let's break this down. We're going to talk about the average household goal moving towards $3,000 a month. So I won't even say household goal, minimum each party goal, minimum. So that's $6,000 for a base for a household in Ontario, Canada. And why I'm saying this is, and it could be more, it could be less, but a base of $3,000 minimum. And these are some strategies. So if you're looking to bring in an extra $3,000 a month, right? That's a big goal. That's a really big goal. It could seem like a lot of money. But your end goal is to bring in $9,000 a month in 90 days. So in 90 days from now, you want to show $90,000 a month of revenue. That's your big goal. For you, that is one of your wins. That's what you wrote down. You broke it down. So your long-term goal is to have $9,000. So in order to do that, that's your 90-day goal. Your 60-day goal is $6,000. Your 30-day goal is $3,000. So if you make $3,000 within your first 30 days, you're on track. So we're going to start there. And before we go too far, stop whatever's going on in your head right now and think about what is the best that could possibly happen. That's it. Nothing else. We always logically want to go to the worst case scenario. We want to let fear take over. We're not going to do that right now. We're going to step into our conscious mind instead of our subconscious, and we're going to consciously tell ourselves, no, I want to step into these feelings. This is why I want this. This is why it's important to me. Because this is what kind of difference it's going to make in my life. ... What would inspire you to work so hard to bring in $150 a day? If you could somehow bring in $150 a day, you would reach your goal of $3,000 in 1 month. Is that doable? Could be, right? Sooner or later for some people, but it's a goal. Is it a starting point? Absolutely. Is it high, low? You don't know until you try. And whatever your goal is, we break it down like that. I just use a goal that I know a lot of entrepreneurs are looking for a place to start. There's a lot of people in network marketing. There's a lot of people looking to make more money or save money. And we apply the same theory to your goal, whatever your goal is. So I really want you to think about what kind of impact reaching this goal would make on your life. Step into that feeling. Like, I can hardly wait to show you some of my vision boards and all of the amazing things that have already come true in my life and in a short period of my life, believe it or not. And it's easy to forget how far we've come. But when we look at the vision boards, when we see our progress, it's a game changer. It is literally a game changer. So now that you have an idea how I break it down and that I've got a process to help you break it down based on your own goals, your needs, your desires, your whys, your wants, and your feelings. When it comes to creating your vision board, it helps to have a good idea in mind as to where you want to go. So, one idea, I said explore more, okay? My New York cup. Remind me to show you what this story means a little bit later. So, one of my goals was to explore more. Isn't that kind of cool that before June of 2022, I had been to 9 states and 2 provinces? That's exploring more. That's kind of cool. That's a goal I achieved, and that was a goal I wanted to reach because it just opens up more to my life, more memories, more adventures, more experiences, and those are the things that matter to me. To me, those are the things you can't take back or you can't buy. So when it comes to creating your vision board, it helps to have a goal in mind. A goal is like a GPS. Think of it that way. You know, it gives you direction as to where you need to go. It's going to keep you on track whenever you fall a little bit off course, because there's going to be bumps. There's going to be detours. There are going to be so many obstacles along the way that you're going to want to give up. But remember, you've gone back to that reason, that why, that feeling, and you're asking yourself again, what is the best that can happen? That's where the game changer is, because now you're stepping into belief. You are tapping into your subconscious saying, no, I'm writing a new story. What is the best that can happen? And when we step into modalities, such as, I'm just going to see, shining brightly, whatever that means to you, whatever your modality is, if it's creative, if it's joy, if it's artistic, but shining brightly, we talk about what it looks like and feels like to step into your imagination, to believe in it, to see it, to feel it, to do it. Because when this happens, when those things happen, when you step in, hiccups now, when you step in to being the truest version of you, the first thing that happens is you increase your vibration. Because you're liking the way you feel, you increase your action, which means you're stimulating more of that natural good for you feeling. Then guess what? You have more energy, passion, and motivation to go after your goals because you realize how good this feels and how worth it you are. No matter what it is, right? You fit this in, and this is what we help you do. So here's the thing. I know you're curious because you're still sticking around, which is so awesome. Thank you. Again, thank you. If you want more information, check the link in my bio, comment below. We'll be in touch with you, but I'm sending you all a personal invitation to join my upcoming vision board workshop. Now, it's October 17th, 18th, and 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to want to register to get the recording. We're not just going to send it out. There's no group for this. You're going to want to register to get the recording. This is amazing. We tap into everything I talked about today, plus so much more. So, thank you so much. I will be posting the link below. Love to have you there. And guys, let me know how you like these 15 minutes, and I will do them more often. Have a great day. Finally figured it out. Thanks for being patient.